Oops, jerk. You looked. Ow!
We're doing this new thing called the circle game. Basically, if you can make the other guy look at your hand when you're doing this, below your waist, you get to hit them in the arm. It's stupid, but hey, you get to hit people. Barn door's open.
Huh?
Ah!
It's the circle game. Not many of us know what it is, apparently, but it's still something that was at least wildly popular enough that it got a mention in an episode of Malcolm in the Middle, where they were playing this circle game. But what is the circle game, you might ask, for those who are unfortunate enough not to know? It's basically, you make a circle, you point it down, try to get somebody to look at it, and if they look at it, you punch them. That's the game. And this is what, when people are in the military, they like to do immature things all the time. This is a point they tried to make in movies a lot. And apparently people just don't, understand that, apparently. So what do you think people are going to do when they're watching a football game between two different military organizations, the Army and the Navy, and you're on national television, and you want to act a little immature because you're having fun, you're at a football game, you're watching your team either kick ass or get their ass blown to bits. Why not have a little fun? Well, Twitter Puritans would like to have a word with you if you were one of those people. And I feel really bad for these kids. This is some shit. They're on the verge of having their military careers destroyed because people thought they were flashing the white power symbol. Okay. For the 10 millionth time, even if they were flashing the OK symbol, that infamous OK, that's not a freaking white supremacist thing going white power. That's not what it's for. That's an OK. The whole reason people think that it's a white power symbol is because people on 4chan were making memes about it. We're trying to get people riled up to actually make people unironically think that it was a hate symbol. And it worked. It worked without fail, apparently. Because people are just that stupid. This is disappointing as hell. All these guys were doing was just having fun. They were pointing it at the TV. They were holding it down. They weren't holding it up. They were holding it down. Like you do in the circle game. From the stuff I've seen for it. So, why are the people flipping out about it? Just because they look the same-ish? Just flipped over? So is it like a reverse middle finger then to you? What the hell is wrong with people? We can't have fun anymore. But the fun police, this is what's going on. We're just being infiltrated by the fun police. You goddamn fun Nazis. It's just... Yeah. Leave it to Twitter to fuck up just a couple people having fun. Alright? Yeah, when you have a TV camera pointed at you and you're aware of it, what the fuck do you think you're gonna do? You're gonna have fun with it. Absolutely you're gonna have fun with it. These guys are just having harmless, casual fun. It wasn't anything harmful. It wasn't anything racist. Hell, there was even black people right beside the few people who were doing it, and they were probably all in on it. So why the hell is the Navy launching an investigation into these kids, trying to make sure whether or not they were actually trying to make a white power symbol? Are we that bitch-made? Are we that bitch-made that we're just gonna fucking do this? We're gonna potentially ruin two people's lives because they were playing a game. That's all they were doing, was just playing a game. They were playing a game. They were having fun while watching a game. They were watching a football game. What do you think you're gonna do at a football game? You're gonna have fun. All right, you're gonna run around chasing people, or you're gonna do stuff like the circle game. Or you're going to throw footballs under the bleachers like some people do. Or you're going to eat a lot of food. You're going to do something that gives you enjoyment. There is nothing intrinsically wrong at all with what these kids did. Now, they could have been smarter about it. They could have been doing something different, and then nobody would have said anything. Like, if they were aware of the crap with the white power OK symbol, they could have done something else on the screen. Nobody would have batted an eye, but they do this, and then everybody loses their minds. It's ridiculous. And the media, oh boy, the media, they just love freaking... Oh, God. This has been on the news longer than the Jewish grocery store shooting. Just let that sink in. People are so perpetually offended by this that a Jewish-run store that was targeted specifically because it was Jewish, getting shot up, that's in the news less than this. All because a bunch of people decided to get perpetually offended on Twitter. It really makes you wonder if we should just, get a meteorite from space and just launch it. Just launch it somewhere so we can blow ourselves up. This is absolutely 100% ridiculous. Okay? Like, honestly, if you're one of those people who were unironically going like, these kids should be ashamed of themselves and blah, 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 and stuff like that, you should shut up. You should shut up. You're the ones who should be ashamed of yourselves because you're trying to drag these kids' good names through the mud. All they're doing is having fun. All right? They're in the military. They're having fun. They're watching the football game with their team, who is ranked, by the way. I think the Navy is ranked. And they were winning against the Army, and then you guys want to fucking pick up on this and just freaking run with it. And besides, they could have also been trolling Army. All right? You do realize that the Army and the Navy games have always been like a big event. Even though I don't follow both of their teams intrinsically, I always know when they're on, though, because it's such a big rivalry. But no, everybody wants to freaking whinge out like a little bitch. It's just insane. We are raising a society of bitch-made hooligans who have nothing better to do but to get offended by something they see on Twitter or they see it on TV. It's ridiculous. These are the new age pearl clutching moms. Only this is not just moms. This is freaking people in the military who are also getting offended by this. Granted, not a lot of them, but there's people in the military who are actually getting offended by this stuff. You have people my age that are getting offended by this stuff. You have people who are old that are getting offended by this stuff. You have even people who are younger than I am getting offended by this stuff. And it's like, why? Do people not take the concept of a joke? Seriously, just put that clip of Malcolm in the Middle on your freaking TV screen. Or show it to them. Just show them that. And they were like, oh, they obviously were not holding it up like the white power symbol. They were holding it down. Under them. The okay thing, you normally put that by your head. And even then, look at how many... I'm going to have to do this again. Look at how many people who are African American, like Barack Hussein Obama, freaking do the okay symbol. You kidding me? So it's all of a sudden racist when white people use it, but then when black people do it, it's fine all of a sudden. That's pretty fucking racist. Okay? The okay symbol has never been something for racism. For the 10 billionth time, that was a thing because people were being trolls, and the troll managed to work so well that people are becoming whiny little shits because of this thing. It's no wonder. It's no wonder that, society is falling apart, because if we keep making everything offensive, then basically everything's going to be offensive to the point where nobody wants to do anything. Nobody wants to do anything. All right? Nobody's going to want to do anything. People want to try something new. They won't be able to because, somebody's going to freak out about it and get your shit canned. Or they'll try to slander you and make stuff up about you. And probably try to get you kicked out of whatever organization you're a part of because they just didn't like what you did. Okay, this is happening all the time in comedy. It's happening all the time in the entertainment industry. It's happening in sports. It's happening everywhere. It's even happening in the private sector too. This shit is just ridiculous. Okay, as an avid football watcher, Well, not as avid as I used to be. But as a someone who watches the sport of football and enjoys the sport of football, this is an absolutely ridiculous story. The fact that the freaking media barely covers a shooting in a Jewish grocery store, but then covers this one like it's the fucking plague, is pretty terrible. And everybody just deciding to jump on this, acting perpetually offended, even though it has nothing to do with them, just makes you go, well, fuck you guys. It's like, fuck them. Fuck everybody who's whining about this thing. Okay? Everybody should be coming to the defense of these kids. All right? People all around should be saying, hey, leave these fucking kids alone. Okay? Go after the people in the media who are trying to freaking ruin their lives. Because people are trying to do that. That's what they're trying to do. They're under investigation. Okay, that'll be it for that little rant. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. This might be the last discussion video for me and from me for a while, depending on whether or not I can actually get some stuff to work with. What was it? I got my video on Gucci criticized by Southpaw, but he did. And it's like, I don't have enough right now for a capture card, but he did say that he uses his footage with his PS4 capture. So I'm going to try to see if I can't get that working. And if I do, then I'll see if I can't start making more discussion videos or just use that background footage in some of my other videos. So thank you guys so much. Don't die. I'll see you later.
Slam! And welcome